All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fernando. In this video, we're going to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis and Rolly Romero. Just had their final press conference. Gervonta Davis is absolutely hilarious, man. Definitely warns Rolly Romero about certain attributes that they think that he has. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fernando. In this video, we're going to be in the lightweight division. Exciting fight coming up this weekend after a absolutely great promotion for the fight between Gervonta Tank Davis, who's the WBA regular lightweight champion, and Rolly Romero, who is his mandatory challenger. And I have to tell you, man, this has been a great promotion because on paper, there should be no reason to be excited about this fight, but I really am. And I think a lot of other people are, man, because the back and forth between these guys are absolutely classic. Before I get into what Gervonta Davis, though, said that I think is like dead on point and dead honest, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a longtime subscriber or a new subscriber to the channel, thank you so much for your support in the channel. If you are a new viewer on the channel, please accept my invitation to hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of when we release more videos. All right, so let's get into this. Rolly Gervonta will be fighting this Saturday in a fight that, how can I say this? One guy is going to get knocked out. That is how they are selling the fight. Like, there's no way that there's not going to be a knockout in this fight. I think that is a high likelihood that the promoters in this fight are correct about that. And if they are saying that, it's because either Rolly Romero is going to land a lucky shot and knock out Gervonta Davis, or Gervonta Davis is going to absolutely annihilate Rolly Romero. Now, some people believe that Rolly Romero is an awkward fighter, and that it's hard to train to fight Rolly Romero because he goes about things in a different manner than a lot of other people do. So it's hard to predict what he's going to do, right? So that's what people are pointing to and asking Gervonta Davis about. Like, do you think it's going to be difficult with him being an awkward fighter? Now, Gervonta Davis says something that I thought was hilarious, man. He said, look, Rolly Romero is not awkward. There are awkward fighters. There are difficult fighters, right? And for example, Rolly Romero mentioned to Gervonta Davis how Adrian Brawner had lost to Marcus Maidana. Now, Marcus Maidana is a fighter that I think is fair to be said is an awkward fighter. You have other awkward fighters like one of the most famous awkward boxers that I can think of in the time I've been watching boxing. The most notorious awkward boxer was Emmanuel Augustus, also went by the name of Emmanuel Burton, who was known as the Drunken Master. Just very, very awkward. You never knew what he's going to do. Even when I'm moving like this, he just had this rhythm that was really, really off, right? So, but Gervonta Davis like, no, you don't have the skill. Told Rolly Romero, you do not have the skills of a Marcus Maidana. And what he said is, and then in the interview, Gervonta says, look, there's a difference between being an awkward fighter and being a dumb fighter. And he said, Rolly Romero just comes in there. He said, have you ever seen people that just come to the gym and, they've been there for a while. So they think they're starting to get nice with it, but they haven't really picked up on a lot of the things that you're supposed to be doing. He's like, that's Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero is not awkward. Rolly Romero is just dumb, right? So he's just a dumb fighter. So, man, I just thought that was hilarious, man. However, I'm telling you right now, I know that anything is possible. And I also know that, there's a lot of buzz around the fight. And right, for example, the odds, a lot of people are being, starting to put money on Rolly Romero pretty much just off, I have to suspect, pretty much just off of the conversations that are going by. They talk about how Rolly Romero is bigger than Gervonta Davis, how he's stronger than Gervonta Davis. And every time I every bit of word that I'm hearing about that remind me that the same people will tell you in a minute that it ain't about size, that it's really not, it's not about how strong you are. It's about your skill set and how skills pay the bills. And so it's just, to me, it just seems like, looking at Rolly Romero, dude, that Rolly is just an excellent, excellent salesman. I mean, he sounds like he's playing, like even the facial expressions that he's given, kind of looking like doing all that stuff. He just doesn't seem like he believes the words coming out of his mouth. You know what I mean? He's saying one thing, he's changing what he actually believed about certain things. Say, like, for example, he tells Gervonta, he says, that Esau Cruz beat you, right? Beat you in that last fight. But then Gervonta Davis reminds him, man, you said right after the fight that I won the fight. Like, why are you switching that up? Why are you switching that up now, right? Rolly's just changing the things that he's talking about, man. He's saying things that are outlandish, like, I'm the face of boxing. I'm the reason that people are buying this fight. To me, it sounds like a guy that has a puncher's chance, that is doing everything he can do to psych himself up, to psych the fans up, to generate money for the, money in the pay-per-views. Because even then, he's really, really careful to always say, yeah, if you want to see this, make sure you buy the pay-per-view so he can get his cut of the pay-per-view. But anything short of that, man, I'm going to have to ride with Gervonta Davis on this. It's like, Gervonta Davis was looking at him like, man, what are you talking about? You, like, in an absolute amazement that this guy is rolling his mouth with the way that he actually fights. Now, if it winds up that Gervonta Davis knocks out, Rolly Romero knocks out Gervonta Davis, hey, man, I guess this could be the case, the same scenario as when George Kambosos was talking about what he was going to do to Teofimo Lopez, right? And that definitely happened. And one of the things that Leonard Ellerbee talked about and by the way, Leonard Ellerbee did an incredible job of promoting, the speech that he did in promoting the fight. Talked about all the people that, over the last year or so that have lost when everybody thought that they were going to win. Like, mentioned Anthony Joshua, mentioned George Kambosos, mentioned, who are the other people that thought they were going to, Canelo Alvarez, right? Obviously with the Dimitri Bivol fight, where there's a lot of guys a lot of people that showed up to the fight, that were supposed to win the fight and didn't get the job done, in the actual fight themselves. However, I'm not so convinced that this is going to be anything similar to that. Rolly Romero, to me, just really seems to be like he's going to be outclassed by this guy. And on top of it, for Rolly Romero to be, talking about he's going to get a first round knockout. Like, if you are you're guaranteeing and betting a first round knockout, and you literally mean that, and you're coming out there throwing and slinging, I think that might be the only round he wins. Because if he lands something and it don't hurt him, or he's not able to land any of the shots that he has, and that stuff starts going down there hill from there, I'm telling you, round 6, 7, 8, especially if he uses a lot of energy in the first and second round trying to go after that knockout, and he's not able to get it, and he's actually getting, some stuff handed to him in the meantime. By the time you get to 7, 8, 9, man, that dude he may be done by the time he gets to those later rounds, man. But anyway, it's going to be real interesting. Again, they're doing a terrific job of selling this fight. I'm paying for the fight. I'm actually excited about the fight because I know Rolly Romero's going to go in there and make it entertaining. Gervonta Davis is probably going to come in there like the professional that he is, break that man down, and probably at the end of the day, hurt Rolly Romero, and have Rolly Romero looking up to him from the bottom of that canvas. Would not be surprised at all if he knocked him completely unconscious with one of them uppercuts, especially because he looks so open for that shot. But anyway, it is what it is. That's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.